Hey, Mohammed Memberstack here, and welcome to Memberscript 210. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a simple file manager with Memberstack's data tables as well as AWS buckets. So this is a simple file uploader, and if I've chosen a file, I can simply upload it, and that will upload to Amazon's S3 buckets as well as Memberstack's data tables. It's uploaded to data tables so users can be able to view their file as well as download the file here, and then they're also able to delete it. Once they delete it, it will be deleted from AWS as well as Memberstack too. Alright, so if I delete the item over here, you'll see that the file has been deleted and I no longer have any uploads left. Okay, let me show you how to set all of this up inside of Memberstack, and then there will be a documentation that you should follow for AWS to set that up properly, and then also how to set up Webflow. So starting off with Memberstack, we have a simple table over here that will handle all our file uploads. So you should have a member field, which will be the member reference, the user that has uploaded the item. Then you'll have a file name, file URL, file type, file size, and the uploaded at, and that is the date the file was uploaded at. And then you will head over to memberstack.com/AWS S3 file uploader. I'll add this link in the description below as well. And this is the complete full setup on how to set up AWS storage. You follow this from the start to the end, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'll be able to assist you. But once you've set all of this up, you'll get a set of links or URLs that you'll need inside of Webflow. Okay, so heading over to Webflow. In order to set all of this up, we are going to start off with the first step. Okay, so firstly, you are going to add Memberscript 210, and it should look like this. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to that code should be in the description below. And if you're watching this on the Memberstack site, then you should have already seen the code. You can either add this site-wide on a specific page, depending on your specific use case. Once you've added the script, you will now set up your file uploader and file manager. On the page, you will have a form container, and that is going to have a few attributes. You're going to start off with the attribute of data MS field S3 manager, and then you're going to have your URLs that you've gotten from AWS once you've set that backside up. So data MS code API will be your API URL. That will be provided once you've deployed your API with AWS. Okay, and then the next one is data MS code bucket. That is going to be your bucket URL, also obtained from AWS. And then you are going to have another attribute of data MS code table, which is going to be your uploads table. And then data MS code member field, which is going to be the field that holds your member reference. Inside of your form container, you are going to have form content, which is going to be your uploader and your upload button. For your form content wrapper, you're going to have the attribute of data MS code upload form. And then over here, you can see that we have a code embed, and this is simply to style the input field and the uploader. So you can change out all of these if you see fit, or leave it as it is. Okay. And now we have a custom element over here. So if you go inside of Webflow, search custom element, this is what we'll get. And we change the attributes to be type file. That will give us the file uploader, and this is why we have the style over here, so we can style this. And then we have another attribute of data MS code upload input, and then accept, which is going to be the different types of files that you can accept. This is also mentioned in the documentation if you'd like to accept more files that are not listed over here. But once you add the files, please make sure it's dot and then the file that you're going to be accepting, so .pdf. Okay, and then the last attribute over here is going to be whether you're accepting multiple uploads or just a single upload. Multiple is set to true. If you're not accepting multiple uploads, then you'd set this to false. Okay, and then we have our button, which also has the attribute of data MS code upload button. And then inside here, we have a div. This is your status div. So all of these that you see that are currently hidden on Webflow. So if I just set that to display block, you'll be able to see them over here. The first one is loading files, so that has the attribute of data MS code file loading. And the next one is to show whether when a user has no files, so that has data MS code file empty. Set those to display none. Finally, our file manager. So this pulls from Memberstack Data Tables. We are going to have a list over here with the attribute of data MS code file list, and then an item template that is going to be cloned every time a user has a file inside of Memberstack. That has the attribute of data MS code file item, and then within that item we have the file name. So MS code file name, and then we have MS code file size, and then we have MS code file type, and over here we have MS code file date. To make this simple, just gonna type, and this is going to be date. Okay, those are just setting the names of the files that were uploaded. And then we have two buttons. One is to download the item that was uploaded, and then the other is to delete the item that was uploaded. The download button has the attribute of MS Code file link, and then our delete button over here has the attribute of MS Code file delete. Okay, and that's about it. So you've added all of these attributes on the page, and you can now allow users to upload items inside of your AWS buckets, as well as Memberstack Data Tables for you to manage. Okay, if you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out in the Slack 2.0 channel. Bye.